Mheshimiwa Junet.
Madam Speaker, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Madam Speaker, first I want to bring to the attention of the House. Madam Speaker, we are discussing the National Police Service of the Republic of Kenya. And Madam Speaker, this police service is funded by the taxpayers' money, Madam Speaker. And their allowances and their salaries are paid by Kenyans who are taxpayers, Madam Speaker. And Kenyans are both in that side of the House and this side of the House, Mr. Speaker. We all represent Kenyans, Madam Speaker. The people we represent in this country are also Kenyans. We are not representing here Tanzanians or Ugandans, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, let us not use the floor of this House to create a picture of a partisan police force, Madam Speaker, police service. We must be careful of that, Mr. Speaker. I expected, when the mover moved the motion, the next thing we should have done in this House, Madam Speaker, is to observe a minute of silence for those people who are killed and who died, Madam Speaker, and who are mortuaries, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, stand up now and serve a purpose of minute for people who are in mortuaries in our constituencies, Madam Speaker. We are just putting on suits here, but we are not happy, Madam Speaker. We are stand up and observe a minute of silence, Madam Speaker. Let's observe a minute of silence.
Order members, take your seats.
Thank you very much.
Take your seats.
Madam Speaker.
Order members. Honorable Junet, we will do the minute of silence after your contribution.
Okay, thank you. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my time is running. Madam Speaker, the most shocking thing in our country, Madam Speaker, is the way things change. The more things change, the more they remain the same. People have been complaining about police force since independence. And a new constitution was brought into this country, Madam Speaker. We changed the police force from the former police commissioner to IG to police service, and the constitution is very clear, Madam Speaker. It's saying national security is subject to authority of this constitution and parliament. Madam Speaker, it is us who are supposed to hold the police force accountable. And that's what we are doing this afternoon, Madam Speaker. This is where they are supposed to be held accountable for their actions and commissions and omissions, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, if we are the ones here who want to defend them as though they are our gardeners or our staff at home, then, Madam Speaker, we are lost. Where else will they be held accountable if it's not on the floor of this House, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker, if we don't question on the floor of this House the death of 30 or 40 Kenyans, where else are we going to ask it? In the streets? Madam Speaker, we must take our responsibility as a House very serious. And this is where issues of concern to the nation is discussed, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to say this categorically. Personally, where I represent my constituency, we have lost people. And I don't think we have lost these people in the right way. They have died death which was not theirs, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was listening to Honorable Bokose. He said some of the people who were shot from the back. I want to tell you that those people were shot because they were running away from the police. So when you're running away, it is your back that faces the police. It's not your face. When you face them and then they put a tear gas on your face, you run away. When you run away, they shoot you on the back. That is how they died, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, let me proceed. Madam Speaker, let me ask you something.
What is out of order, Honorable Bokose?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Junet has, I don't know whether you are being distracted when he was making this allegation.
Which allegation?
That I say the police, the people who were shot from the back. It was Honorable Buyu in her statement that said they were shot from the back. What I said is that if they were shot on the back, it means, and we saw clearly that the demonstrators were throwing stones, meaning the people who shot them were the ones behind them, not the ones who are in front.
Madam Speaker, let me proceed. Madam Speaker, my time is gone.
Honorable Junet, please proceed.
Madam Speaker, in all this In all these demonstrations, I'm giving you, in all these demonstrations, Madam Speaker, in all the demonstrations that happen in the country, I have not seen any recorded death of stones. There is nobody who has been killed because of throwing stones. People have been killed because of bullets. Who owns bullets? Is it the public or the police? Madam Speaker, I want to be informed by Honorable Millie. She has something to inform me. Madam Speaker, with your indulgence.
Honorable Millie Odhiambo.
Thank you, Madam.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Madam, the police, those in uniform and those without, and there were police who we can actually see their faces clearly.
Point of order. What is your point of order, member for? Honorable Millie Odhiambo, I don't want us to use points of orders and information to debate. To debate. Honorable member for Madeira, what is out of order?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on Order 91, which requires a member to substantiate, I believe Honorable Junet is out of order when he says that those who were shot by police officers.
Order, members.
Madam Speaker,
order, members.
It has
Order, Honorable Amombi. In fact, what you're debating, Honorable Junet was right to actually quote Honorable Pukose, and Honorable Pukose has put his information proper, because Honorable Rosa had made some allegations, same as Honorable Pukose, and it has been cleared. So let Honorable Junet finish. Yeah.
Madam Speaker, a lot of my time has been... Madam Speaker, let us agree on one thing as a nation. If we don't want Article 37 of the Constitution, let us do a constitutional amendment and we repeal it, so that we don't need it. But so long as that article is in the Constitution, Madam Speaker, that article, people must be allowed to exercise their freedoms and their rights under the Article 37. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, when you go to Article 239, it is very clear, national security organs, in performing the functions and exercising the powers of the national security agents, and every member of the national security organs shall not, one, act in a partisan manner, Madam Speaker. We cannot have a partisan police service, Madam Speaker. That cannot happen in this country, over our watch as members of this House. Secondly, Madam Speaker, further any interest of any political party. If Kenya Kwanza wants to advance their agenda, let them have, like KANU, let them have Kenya Kwanza goons and youth wingers. Let them do that and use that to... You cannot use the police to propagate your agenda, Madam Speaker. That cannot happen. The police is there to protect and defend the rights of every Kenyan. And once that is lost, Madam Speaker, that is the beginning of anarchy in this country. That is the beginning of anarchy, Madam Speaker. Let us not lose that...
Honorable Junet, your time is up. This next chance will go to the leader of majority.